Hey everyone, Logan Zanelli here from loganzanelli.com. This is episode 7 of the blog branding project. It's also going to be the final episode. Just have a couple last things I want to cover with you real quick before the site goes live. First of all, if you haven't seen any of the series, this is the first video you're watching. As usual, down below there's going to be some links where you can check out the previous videos. Let's start by talking about taglines. One of the important pieces of any brand is an effective tagline, and there are different schools of thought on how to create taglines. Now, what I want to say about this is, first of all, your tagline needs to serve your purpose. If your purpose is to specifically be selling something, your tagline needs to convey your value proposition. What is it that, why should people buy from you, basically? If you're doing a blog, your tagline should give some indication about what your blog is about. And perfect example here is a formula that I like to use, that I'm going to be using for the Chic Startup site. And that formula that I use is take and create a tagline that says what you do, who you do it for, and says it in a way that is consistent with the style that you chose for your site or for your brand. In the case of Chic Startups, the tagline is going to be marketing for sophisticated entrepreneurs. I'm teaching marketing, I'm teaching it to entrepreneurs, and the sophisticated part ties in with the whole chic ambiance of the brand. So that's my little spiel about taglines. Make sure that you really give it some thought. Some of the worst taglines out there are ones that say, you know, things like the best, period. The best what? Why? So make sure you give it some thought and really create a tagline for your brand that conveys what your brand is all about. So that's going to be it for taglines for now. Secondly, this is not all there is to branding as a whole. There is more that goes into a brand, especially if it's for a company or a product. In this case, this particular project was for a blog, and I really wanted to give you the essence of creating a brand, especially for a blog. I'll be going more in depth with branding in a course that I'm going to be releasing later this year on branding. I'd say mid to late this year. It'll be a full course on branding, take you step by step through the whole process. So, for example, with some of the other things that you need to consider when you're building a brand is like positioning statements. You know, where does your brand fit within the marketplace? You know, what's going to be your customer service policies, and how are you going to handle interactions with your customers or your audience, and crafting some of that type of stuff too. So by no means is this series a comprehensive guide to branding. It's simply something that I did to help get you started creating your own brand. But keep your eye out for that. That's really all I'm going to say today. The Chic Startup site should be launching very soon. I was hoping it would be the beginning of the week. It might be a little bit later than that. But down below, if you haven't done so already, punch in your name and email address, and I'll send out an email notice when the site goes